Hey, what's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing. We're going to continue with the Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series with the Manasseh Molar from Manasseh, Colorado, Jack Dempsey. Jack Dempsey was a punching machine. Let's take a look at his career. From the slums of Manasseh, Colorado, a hobo jumping from train to train, trying to find his way. Known as the Manasseh Molar, born June 24th, 1895, in Manasseh, Colorado. He won the title from Jess Willard July 4th, 1919, at Toledo, Ohio, when he provided the fireworks for the celebration by knocking out Jess Willard in 3 rounds. On September 23rd, 1926, he lost the heavyweight crown to Gene Tunney at Philadelphia in a rainstorm. He failed to regain the title from Tunney in 10 rounds the following year at Chicago, participating the famous long count controversy. He became a referee and the proprietor of the Jack Dempsey restaurant in New York City. Elected to the Boxing Hall of Fame in 1954, for the complete story of his life, see Matt Frash's book, Jack Dempsey, The Idol of Fisticuffs. Jack Dempsey's ring earnings. September 22nd, 1927. Tunney, Dempsey, Chicago. Share $450,000. The receipt was $2,658,660. Movie rights was $25,000. September 23rd, 1926, Tunney, Dempsey, Philadelphia, $717,000, $1,895,733. The movie rights was $6,000. July 2nd, 1921, Dempsey Compartier, Jersey City, $300,000, $1,789,238. Movie rights was $4,000. Now that's just to give an example of the kind of money that Jack Dempsey was making in the roaring 20s. Phenomenal. Unheard of. And here's a man who was eating out of garbage cans a couple of months earlier before that Jess Willard fight. That Jess Willard fight was July 4th, 1919. Dempsey, Willard, Toledo, Ohio. $27,500. $452,224. $6,000 for movie rights. Amazing. Jess Willard versus Jack Dempsey. 1919. What a slaughter that was. Jack Dempsey bet his whole purse in the very first round that he would knock out Jess Willard in 1 round. When that didn't happen, they obviously was able to work out a deal where Dempsey did get paid. But this fight was a murder. At that time, the fallen fighter, until he actually got up from his knee, he was safe. Well, once he got up off of one knee, the fighter standing over him could go to work on him. And that's what Jack Dempsey did. And after 3 rounds, Jess Willard suffered a broken eye socket, broken orbital bone, 3 cracked ribs, and half a dozen teeth were knocked out. He was never the same. Outstanding fight. Here you have Jack Dempsey successfully defends his title against Bill Brennan in 1920. As we take a look at my Police Gazette scrapbook, Dempsey knocks out Brennan in 12 rounds. Champion beats down Chicagoan with terrific rights and lefts to the body and head. Crowd surprised at the challenger's courage and disappointed in the champion's effortless in early rounds. Terrific body punching of the champion, Jack Dempsey, at Madison Square Garden in New York, December 14th, 1920. Outstanding fight. That Dempsey and Brennan fight was an outstanding fight. Here you have Jack Dempsey and Louis Angel Firpo. This was probably one of the most fiercest fights, first rounds in heavyweight history. This is the night that Jack Dempsey went out of the ring. From a right hand of Louis Angel Firpo. Another crowd-pleasing moment for the fans of Jack Dempsey. This fight went 2 rounds, but every second of this fight was an unbelievable, breathtaking moment. Outstanding fight between Dempsey and Angel Firpo. Here we have Jack Dempsey and George Carpentier in the first $1 Million Gate. Dempsey drops Carpentier in the 4th round of a great title match. Ferocious fight this was. Now the thing about George Carpentier, he started from featherweight and fought all his way up to light heavyweight and challenged Jack Dempsey for the heavyweight championship. Now, had Jack Dempsey been in there with Sam Langford, and he went the distance, well, not quite the distance, but you may as well say it was the distance, in 4 rounds, Sam Langford would have knocked Jack Dempsey out with no problem. That's my opinion. And this is the famous Jack Dempsey, Jess Willard Ferocious, ferocious, ferocious fight this was. This is right out of a movie script. When Dempsey won the title, the slaughter of Jess Willard. Jess Willard stands over, but Jack Dempsey stands over Jess Willard. Jess Willard seems to be looking at Dempsey and asking him not to hit him anymore. Or looking at his corner, trying to figure out what are they going to do. He was a battered foe at this point. Here we have Jess Willard standing over Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson and all the champions at that time. So number 6 here is Johnny Wilson, middleweight champion of the world. Title was taken by Harry Webb later that year. Perhaps one of the greatest lightweights of all times, along with Joe Gans, Benny Leonard. Number 4 there. Number 7 here we have the Scotch Wop, Johnny Dundee. Number 3 here we have Johnny Kilbine, featherweight champion of the world. Number 2 here we have Little Jimmy Wild, flyweight champion of the world. Number 1 here we have Jack Britton, welterweight champion of the world. And the Manasseh Mola himself, Jack Dempsey, heavyweight champion of the world. There you have Jack Dempsey, September 23rd, 1926, in New York, preparing for the fight with Gene Tunney. Atlantic City, New Jersey. We have Gene Tunney. September 16, 1926. Preparing his bout with Jack Dempsey. After their first fight, September 23rd, 1926, Gene Tunney becomes the new heavyweight champion of the world. A passing of the title. Tunney's being declared victor over Dempsey at Philadelphia, September 23rd, 1926. Dempsey, partially blind, being led to Tunney to congratulate the new champion. Tunney Dempsey, September 23rd, 1926. St. Sequential Stadium, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Round 10. The crowd roared furiously for Tunney As they shook hands, Dempsey landed a hard right to the shoulder and missed another right, and they clinched. The rain was coming down in a torrent as they milled around. Dempsey forced Tunney back with a left to the body, but Tunney countered with a left to the head. Dempsey crowded Tunney to the ropes. Tunney had Dempsey on the verge of a knockout. Dempsey was a bleeding mess. His left eye was totally closed and bleeding. Tunney beat Dempsey furiously, and Dempsey could hardly stand up. Tunney swarmed all over him. Dempsey was out on his feet, but was still coming. Dempsey staggered to his corner as the bell rang. Tunney won by unanimous decision and the title. Jack Dempsey won World Heavyweight Championship on July 4th, 1919 from Jess Willard in 3 rounds. A knockout at Toledo, Ohio. Lost title to Gene Tunney on points. September 23rd, 1926 at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Jack Dempsey became very popular. He was on all magazine covers, all newspaper front page covers, all over the world. A fascinating story with Jack Dempsey. Gene Tunney, the Fighting Marine. The new heavyweight champion of the world. This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs. Follow my next segment with Gene Tunney, the Fighting Marine. Salute. You have Gene Tunney here with Tom Heaney. This was Gene Tunney's last professional fight. He retired and became a wealthy young man. James Joseph Tunney, born New York, New York, May 25th, 1898, of Irish parentage. He was 6 foot and a half inches. He weighs 192 pounds. He won the American light heavyweight title from battling Levinsky on January 13th, 1922 at Madison Square Garden, and lost the title to Harry Greb on May 23rd, 1922. He was badly whipped in that fight. Tunney regained the crown from Greb on February 23rd, 1923. Gene's knockout of Tommy Gibbons in 12 rounds on June 5th, 1925 cleared the path of a challenge and brought Tunney into the spotlight for a shot at Jack Dempsey's heavyweight championship. He won the heavyweight title in a 10-round decision on September 23, 1926, and successfully defeated and defended the crown against Jack Dempsey at Soldiers Field, Chicago on September 22, 1927, in the Battle of the Long Count. Tunney fought only one more time before retirement, facing Tom Heaney at Yankee Stadium, July 26, 1928, in 11 rounds. Tunney collected the largest sum in history of boxing for the fight of $990,445. That was the second bout with Dempsey. After his retirement, he became an executive in many concerns. Among them, he was elected to the Boxing Hall of Fame in 1955. I'm just going to scan his record so you can take a look at it. 1915, July 2nd, Bobby Dawson in New York. 7th round KO, December 15th. Young Sharkey, New York. 6th round KO, December 29th. Sailor Wolf, New York. 2nd round KO. This was in 1915. (1918), January 15th. Hug Haywire, New York. 2nd round knockout. July 8th. Young Guri, Jersey City. 1st round KO. So you can see Gene Tunney was a knockout machine. November 25th, Leo Hawk, Philadelphia, no decision, 6. December 7th, Leo Hawk, Jersey City, no decision, 10. This is in 1920. 1921, June 30th, Young Ambrose, New York City, 1st round knockout. July 2nd, Soldier Jones, Jersey City, 7th round knockout. 1922, January 13th, battling Levinsky, New York City, 112, won America's Light Heavyweight Championship. May 23rd, Harry Greb, Madison Square Garden. He lost 15 rounds and lost his American Light Heavyweight title. He went on to fight 6 more times in that year of 1922. 1923, January 29th, Jack Lawrence, very good fighter, Philadelphia, no contest, 4 rounds. February 3rd, Chuck Wiggins, New York City, 12-round victory. February 23rd, Harry Greb, Madison Square Garden. He won 15 and regained America's light heavyweight title. December 10th, Harry Greb, New York City. He won 15, the American light heavyweight title. (1924), December 8th, Jeff Smith, excellent middleweight, New Orleans, no decision, 15. 1925, March 27th, Harry Greb, St. Paul's, no decision, 10 rounds. June 5th, Tommy Gibbons, New York City, 12-round KO. November 18th, Johnny Risco, Cleveland, Ohio. They called him the Cleveland Baker Boy. He won in 12 rounds. 1926, September 23rd, Jack Dempsey, Philadelphia. He won in 10 rounds. And he won the World Heavyweight Championship. 1927, September 22nd, Jack Dempsey, Chicago. 10 rounds heavyweight title bout. Referee Dave Barry. The receipts was $2,658,660. 1928, July 26, Tom Heaney, New York City, KO 11, heavyweight title bout. Gene Tunney was an outstanding fighter. Very, very good fighter. The problem with Gene Tunney and Jack Dempsey and many others, never gave an African-American fighter a shot at the title. And for that, they lose a lot of points with me, but I can't take away from their ability. Salute to Gene Tunney. This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Next fighter coming up, the Black Yulin, Max Schmeling. Salute.